Hey there, my name is Lisa Nickel, and welcome to the Sacred and Rooted podcast. On this podcast, we explore a wide range of topics from how to deepen your connection with the divine to how to make your day to day life work better for you, all through mindset, spirituality, cyclical living, and my personal favorite, meditation. My wish for you is that you live a life you are excited about on a soul level, where you feel grounded, where you feel divinely powerful, and most of all, free to be you. I hope you enjoy the show. The music for my podcast is created by my beautiful sister, Sarah Russell. Her contact info is in the show notes. Hello, this is Lisa. Welcome. Hopefully you like my new intro. I finally, oh my gosh, recorded it, wrote it, recorded it, figured it out, did it so many times. Finally, I liked one, and now I'm on, maybe a little bit sounding more official than I used to. So there you go. Hopefully, you enjoyed it. Let me know. Um, Today's episode is going to be one on the impact of our words. And I think this one is just so basic, but so important because I think we take it for granted a lot what kindness, what, our positive words can mean or how they can impact others. And, and not only positive, but negative as well. And just how influential they are to the environment that we exist in. And so I have two examples today to share with you. And the first one is from a guy named Dr. Masaru Emoto. He's Japanese, so I probably screwed up his name a bit there. But yeah, Dr. Masaru Emoto. He wrote a book titled The Hidden Messages in Water, which I think is like everybody should just go get it. It's super short. It's got tons of photos in it, so it's not a long read or complicated. But it's just the powerful pictures. The pictures are really powerful. Uh, and it's, scientific. So it's also not just like, woo woo stuff. It's actually like this is sort of, an experiment. This is what he's tried. He's tried it over and over again, gets the same results. They do it on larger scale things. I think he did it in a lake even. And got I can't totally remember, but I think it was something like the lake like I don't know if the water quality improved or like the fish and everything living in it were just they started increasing their birth rate, something like that. Anyway, so that's a little off track. However, the book, The Hidden Messages in Water, read it and wow. Okay, so the story is he studied water, and what he would do is he would, have little petri dishes of water, and he would, whoever was in charge of it, they would say hateful words to some of the water. And then they'd turn around, to these other, petri dishes of water and, say loving things and appreciative things and like all the nice things. And they would do this for a while, and then they would freeze the water and look at it under microscopes. And what they saw was incredible. If they had talked hatefully to the other, the hatefully spoken to water sections or selections, that water, when you looked at it under a microscope, was, it had like gnarly, disjointed, chaotic shapes. The molecules were kind of all over. There was no rhyme or reason. It just looked kind of chaotic, random, really weird. And so then the water that they spoke nicely to, spoke lovingly to, appreciated, all that stuff, they looked under they looked at that water under a microscope, and what they saw was completely the opposite. Like the molecules in the water had it was like harmonic, beautiful patterns of it was like snowflake looking like patterns or flowers, like just things that are just gorgeous and like symmetric and just radiant. And so that is nuts as far as the impact of simply speaking. Like it isn't even they didn't like stir in anything special. They didn't, like put one in light and not even in light. It was just words. And so that was really powerful to just understand in a visual way what the power of your words have and how kindness and love and acceptance is just so powerful all the way down to our cells. Because guess what? We are made up of water, a lot of water and space. And so I don't even know what the percentage is of water, but I think it's like 70 or more percent that we are water molecules. And so just, you know, each of us knows how we feel when somebody is speaking to us, rudely insulting us, whatever, how we feel like we feel that on a visceral cell level. And that is what's happening. Like our cells are like literally cringing at the situation. And opposingly, if we have, if we're with our loved ones, if we're with our friends, people at work that have, just basic respect for, other people, uh, your cells, your body, you can feel the love literally in your cells. And so to just keep that in mind, when you're going through your day and when you're going through your life, maybe it'll give you a 1 second extra pause. If you feel tired and you just want to snap at somebody, um, just remember the hidden messages in water and maybe give yourself an extra second to just think, okay, I'm just tired. I'd love to hear your story, but maybe in the morning, something like that. Whatever the situation is, but it is like a literal measurable difference. If you're just speaking nicely, like it isn't even like, I love you, I love you, I love you. It was just like, thank you for being here. Thank you. Like we think, it's like basic love and acceptance. Um, so yeah, so that was one story that I thought you might be interested in. And the other one was something I heard while I was listening to a Wayne Dyer talk, and he was referring to like a study that had been done. The video was very old, so well, not very old, but like older. So I think it was something that was probably done in the 90s, or maybe early 2000s. And so he was explaining this study and the impact on kindness to your environment. And so the study was measuring serotonin levels, and serotonin is, it plays a key role in our bodies as far as mood, our quality of sleep, digestion. It also plays a role in influencing our cell activity and modifying like inflammation in our body. So it has lots of important um, things that it does. And even if we just stopped at mood, that would be nice, which is a little logical. I mean, it's, if someone's being nice to you, you're probably in a good mood or a better mood. But the really interesting thing was how far the impact was of a simple kindness. So, for example, if you're holding the door for somebody at a store, so you decide to open the door and hold it for whoever. And they say, you open the door and they smile and they're like, oh, thank you very much. And the exchange, the person who got the door held open for them, their serotonin levels were measurably higher. And so they had like a boost in mood, a boost in immunity, literally, because someone held the door open for them. There was a kindness that they experienced. Now, even a little more interesting is obviously the person, maybe obviously, maybe not, but the person holding the door had the same boost. And so their serotonin and their immune system, like they got the same boost in mood and immunity that the person who they gave the kindness to received. And so when you're being kind to somebody else, you're literally improving your own friggin' life. So if that's not a good reason, if you don't want to do it for others, do it for yourself. But honestly, like that was really neat. And then even more amazing is that if there was a person who was witnessing the exchange, they had a boost of this serotonin as well. And so the whole vicinity of the experience was, you know, had a boost in serotonin, had a boost in their immunity, had a boost in their mood, and all the other lovely things serotonin does. And so you don't even have to be receiving or giving kindness. You just have to witness kindness. And you're instantly like, that's so nice, that's lovely. And so there your body gets a little boost of everything good. And so this is into the realm of quantum physics, which I really, really find fascinating what they're studying now about all of the things that, like the energetics that people know and experience. And science is sort of kind of catching up on studying them to the point where they can then say, okay, well, it's officially true, even if everyone knew it was true before, anyways. But I just thought this was a really simple, really like down to earth, day to day life thing that, if sometimes you're looking at the world like, wow, there's so much wrong with it. I don't even know where to freaking start with this. And, these are two examples where you can literally start with your, wherever you go, just, hold the door. If you see somebody, smile at them, they smile back at you. If somebody's, compliment somebody, whatever it is, you're impacting, there's a ripple effect there. And it's measurable. It's not even just, you feel good, so why not? It's literally like around your environment. You are changing it into a energetic field of love. And people can feel that. People take that in and it spreads and spreads and spreads. And I mean, again, with water, geez, I wonder, I haven't done this yet, but I should. But I wonder if you spoke to your water before you drank it real nice, if somehow it would become even more good for you. Do you know what I mean? Like and then same with the plants, like it's just so much nicer to experience a life where there's kindness, where there's love. And so just talk to whatever you want, talk to whoever you want. Just always be kind of vibrating on that level, and it will impact everywhere you go. You'll have like these little ripples of love all through the day. And so it's just like really it does start with each of us, and some of the things seem so simple that they couldn't possibly really be. It's almost like we write them off as like, oh, well, that's, whatever, that's not really a big deal. But spend a second here just right now and think about the kind of world we would live in if everybody extended, a smile to everybody else that they passed in a day. I know I live in Ontario right now, and it is not the same walking down the street in my town here compared to like the east coast of Canada, where people are much more emotive and like to strangers, to everybody. It's just like, hey, how are you doing? Hey, how's it going? What's the weather like? Blah, 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 blah. And it's just like a really nice little social thing when you're out and about. Here, it's not as, people aren't as friendly just to strangers. Like you sort of have to, I find I need to be the one that starts it. And then even then, some people are just not into it. So you don't want to be creepy or anything, but just to like extend the smile, extend a hello, help somebody with the store, whatever it is, and to just like kind of spread that ripple, allow it to like ripple, 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 and literally imagine if everyone left their house with that intention in mind alone, just that one intention, how different the experience of being in your neighborhood would be, or being at the store in your neighborhood, or, you know, anything outside of your house. How would that be different? And wouldn't it be wonderful? It would just add, even if your neighborhood is super friendly already, like it would just add even more to it. And so yeah, and then happier people are more accepting, they're more generous. They're like there's so many things that can be said about happier people. They fight less, they are less aggressive or, hurtful. They're not out to get somebody. They're usually pretty happy with life. They're pretty satisfied. And so, if they can mediate, make something work, then that's what it is. And so, as we go into our jobs, as we go out in the world traveling, we can impact a lot of things in our lives. And so, why not be the messenger, not even the messenger, just the bearer of kindness, and like generously do it, not almost like, most of the time I don't feel like it. I don't want to look at people, whatever, but just, yeah, have a connection for 2 seconds with somebody who knows that just might change your life. It just might change the world, even. Uh, so that was this episode. I just wanted to give two really basic, like super clear examples on how powerful, speaking loving words is, and then also, you know, how many people are impacted with one simple act of kindness. It's not simply the person that receives it, it's not simply you and the person, it's like people that are witnessing it as well. And wow, that's a whole lot more people than, just one or two. So I encourage you to go out there and be kind, be generous with your words, be loving with your words, and just really, be somebody who adds to the energy of a room in a really positive way. All right. Take care, and I will see you in the next episode.